Just imagine this, a beautiful beach you are dreaming of and planning to visit an entire year are so crowded with people that you are even afraid to step onto someone's head. And when you are starving from all that sightseeing and competing with crowds, you find out the restaurant you wanted to try is either sold out or has a huge waiting line. Sounds pretty awful, right? That's possible when you visit during high season. If these scenes aren't what you are looking for in a vacation, let's figure out the best time for you to visit Thailand together. And if it is your first time in Thailand, grab our free Thailand cheat sheet in the description below. Thailand's high season runs from November to April. This is when Thailand has cool, comfortable weather from November to January, making it popular for local people to visit the northern regions or mountains area. It's also great for beach trips since there are no storms during this period. Plus, there are long holidays like New Year's when both locals and foreigners are traveling. During the hot season from February to April, Thai people often prefer going to the beaches because the seaside looks absolutely stunning in the summer heat. There's also the long Songkran holiday in April when Thai people love to travel and foreigners enjoy joining the water fight festival too. The low season is from May to October, which is the rainy season in Thailand. Rain and storms can really interfere with your travel plans, of course. However, monsoons hit different coasts at slightly different times. You can check the chart on this page to save it for planning your Thailand trip. Now that you know the basics, let's get familiar with both the good and the bad sides of high season. Like I said earlier, the big plus is definitely weather. Many people really love this advantage. Another plus is that high season often coincides with long holidays for many people, both internationally and locally. New Year's, Christmas, Chinese New Year, so they can take longer trips. People who enjoy meeting others might consider this a benefit and definitely choose to visit during this time because sometimes when you travel during the low season, it can feel eerily quiet and not so many other customers or travelers around. So, what are the downsides of traveling during high season? Crowds everywhere make it hard to find your own space. Some beaches are completely packed. Then there are lines for everything: transportation, restaurants. We once went to Pattaya during Songkran, and our usual restaurant that normally serves large river prawns in their curry has switched to tiny shrimp because they couldn't keep up with the tourist crowds. What many travelers don't realize is that the overcrowding doesn't just mean inconvenience, it can actually be dangerous. During Songkran in Thailand, accidents go up a lot. Every year, there's a campaign called something like the 7 Dangerous Days in Thailand to remind everyone to be extra careful on the road. Sometimes restaurants or places you want to visit require booking way in advance, even a year ahead during the high season. Prices during the high season is usually more expensive, especially hotels where prices can double. For example, a famous chain hotel like JW Marriott might start at 3,000 baht during the low season, but jump to 7,500 or 10,000 baht during high season. Another thing we can't ignore is domestic flight prices. During high season, especially long holiday, domestic flights can cost more than international trips. Some provinces with limited flights can cost nearly 10,000 baht. So you should plan well and book far in advance if you want to travel during high season at good prices. Plus, even though Thailand's weather seems nice during high season, there's still PM 2.5 pollution problem that often occurs during this time, especially December through March. Some places become hard to enjoy outdoors if you have allergies like I do. Here's something most travel guides won't tell you. Thailand has several hidden high season periods that catch tourists off guard. Most Western travelers have no idea it's coming. This can be just as crowded as Christmas or New Year's. One out of those 3 or 4 days has to be full-on fun day No work at all, just go out and enjoy. March to April and October are when Thai students are on break, meaning domestic tourism, especially over the weekend, can spike, and you are competing with local families for accommodations and attractions. Beyond Songkran Water Fight Festival in April, there are other festivals like Loi Krathong in November and various provincial celebrations that can make specific areas unexpectedly crowded and expensive. We have been to Loi Krathong in Sukhothai and had to book a hotel many months in advance to secure the room. When neighboring countries like China and Japan have their Golden Week holidays, Thailand sees massive influxes of regional tourists that most Western travelers don't anticipate. Now, let me be fair here. There's times when high season travel to Thailand makes perfect sense. If this is your first trip to Thailand and you want guarantee good weather for those Instagram-worthy photos, high season delivers. You will pay more, but you have reliable sunshine and no rain on your trip. If you only have a week or less, you can't afford to gamble the weather, right? High season ensures you maximize your limited time. Celebrating a honeymoon, anniversary, or milestone birthday, sometimes the extra cost is worth the peace of mind. If your heart is set on certain activities like rock climbing in Railay Bay or diving in Similan Islands, high season offers the best and safest conditions. If you are combining business with pleasure and your schedule is fixed, you work with what you've got, right? Because we also keep traveling even during low season too. It's not that bad, and we'll tell you in a bit. Traveling during the low season is sometimes good, and we also like that sometimes too, and here's why. The obvious advantage is definitely less crowded travel at lower prices, plus fewer PM 2.5 pollution problems, and as I said, there are downsides too. For people who like crowded places, it might feel quite lonely, and you definitely face storms or rain almost constantly, which is the main issue. Finally, some activities or certain places like various bays and islands that typically close during low season might mean missing out on some fun experiences. But don't worry, we have some great tips to share if you are traveling during the low season. If you want to travel during low season but are worried about storms, remember that storms don't happen every single day. They might be heavy during certain periods, but what we recommend is that during rainy season, there are great alternatives to beaches like mountains in the north, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Mae Hong Son, or the famous Pai among tourists, Nan, for example. When rainy season hits, the atmosphere becomes beautiful, lush green everywhere, and super romantic. But if you still want to visit beach areas, we recommend the Gulf of Thailand side like Hua Hin or Cha'am, where you might encounter fewer storms than elsewhere. And if you are like us, visiting beach cities like Phuket without doing island hopping, it can still be fun. We book beachfront hotels because rain in Thailand rarely lasts all day and night. Usually it rains for 1 or 2 hours max and then stops, letting you continue exploring the city and beaches around the city. We have been to Phuket during peak rainy season 2 years in a row, and we could still travel fine, encountering rain for no more than half an hour at a time. But we wouldn't recommend island hopping during this period because you might encounter dangerously high waves. Another thing we would recommend is choosing accommodation that won't leave you bored when it rains. Pick places with convenient transportation near restaurants and popular attractions. Finally, prepare rain season items like rain gear, umbrellas, flip-flops, waterproof shoes, and waterproof phone cases. Some of these things can be bought at 7-Elevens throughout the country, so you don't necessarily need to bring them from your country. As a local Thai, here are some insider tips most tourists never learn. Late April to early May and late October to early November are absolutely gold mines. You get decent weather, fewer crowds, and reasonable prices. While it may be raining on the Andaman Sea side like Phuket or Krabi, the Gulf of Thailand side like Koh Samui or Hua Hin might be perfectly sunny. Local weather patterns vary dramatically across the country. Places like Kanchanaburi or Lopburi or Sukhothai remain uncrowded even during peak international tourism because they are primarily domestic destinations. Some waterfalls and mountain areas are usually more beautiful during rainy season. The waterfalls are fuller, everything is lush green, and you have these stunning locations almost to yourself. Hope you find this useful, and don't forget to follow us for more first summer Thailand travel tips every week. Until next time, สวัสดีค่ะ